Isolation Nation, how are we? It's fucking Fan Friday. I'm very excited. Are you guys ready to have a good time? Are you ready? Let me hear you, fans. Are we ready?
Yeah.
That's the enthusiasm I'm looking for. I'm very excited. We have a special guest in my house. It's Queen Rachel, everybody. Holy cow, look at that. The Queen is here. We were hanging out. We're having a good time. Are you excited to be together, Queen?
I'm really excited to be together. I brought you some fun things for later.
Oh, we have some fun things for later. I hope that they are, well, I don't know what they're going to be. Hopefully it's booze and not food, but we'll see what's going to happen. We're very excited to be here. We have a special guest host with us today. It's one of our very favorite people. It's Danny Jollis is here. Danny, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you.
Jolly for Jollis.
Jolly for Jollis, everybody.
And I'm so excited to be here. Thank you so much for having me. What an absolute treat.
Yeah.
Look at the two of you together. It's
well, you know, we're having a good time. You excited for today, Jolly? Jenny, we're going to jolly a band today is the game. We're going to jolly a band. So if you guys want to support the show, you can Venmo the top left hand corner. You can where you can PayPal at scscshow.com. No,
no, you're exactly right.
scshow.com, and you can super chat on the YouTube like normal. So do all that kind of stuff. We're doing top 5 today too. So if you want to think, we've already given Danny some top 5 things to come up with. But if you want other top 5 stuff today, throw that in the chat. Tell us other things we want to list our top 5s of. We've got some fun top 5 things today. We also got a true truth and a lie and some other fun stuff going on. So how's life going, Danny? Things going good?
They're okay. We're still rebuilding everything over here.
Yeah. How's the engagement going? Still good?
Rebuilding. Yeah, it's good. We're my brother-in-law. I actually was thinking about this like the first time I've said that sentence, but my brother-in-law is staying with us, so that's why my room is a little bit of a mess. But yeah, no, it's going well. I feel like we're I don't know if you guys know about this wedding thing. Quite the little scam.
I've always said, Danny, I think the cause of most divorces are weddings, and I don't mean you have to be married to get divorced. I mean like people. What's the thing that causes the biggest problem in relationships? It's money, right? So like a wedding's like, hey, you know how relationships are ruined by money all the time? Let's spend all of our money right now, like the two of us, like every dime we ever had, we'll spend it right fucking now to look awesome for 3 hours. It's gonna be great.
And on things that you cannot justify, like
right.
There is zero way to justify. Like even like sometimes Jess will be like, oh, like I found like this florist and it's like this person's like so much cheaper, so it's only like $20,000 for flowers, and it's like in what world is that appropriate?
Yeah. But the worst is because then also none of this stuff is worth any money once you're done. Like it's not like you can take any of this shit back, or like even your engagement ring. If it doesn't work out, it's worth $8, even if you spent 15 grand on it. It's fucking terrible because no one wants a used engagement ring. That's bad luck, So it's just a rough. The way around.
Has there been anything that you've had to kind of concede on and say, okay, that's fine, we'll do that, but that you really
Let me ask you another question. Is there anything you've won? Has any battles you've won yet, Danny? Have you won a single battle yet? That's my question.
You've
conceded a lot. I know how much you've conceded. Is there one you won? Is there a battle you won? That's what we want to know.
Yeah, if anybody knows Danny, I love to concede. Well, I think actually my most, like Jess has said, like my most attractive quality right now and something that I really bring to the table is I have zero opinions on this wedding.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
And she's like so pumped about it. So
I actually have zero opinions, or you're just not voicing any opinions?
I don't really
we don't really care what color things are. Yeah, I do not give a fuck what color the invitations are. I want to make sure we have an open bar and they have the right kind of whiskey there, but I don't give a fuck what the flowers look like.
I have a couple bits that I've told her I'd like to do, and she's allowed. So it's like, I want to do. You guys can know some of my bits, but I want to like these are where I'm putting. Like she's like worried about like flowers, how it looks, but I'm like, I come in and I'm like, is there a way? I want to do this. Can we have a like the schedule thing on everybody's chair? And that says like Danny and Jess's wedding. And when you open it, it's just going to say, it's a wedding. You know how this goes.
Ha! That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
And she's like, okay. So like, she lets me do that. When we do the horror hoop, where they put me up in a chair. I want to have a bike helmet that I can put on.
That's very funny. I like that.
And this is what we're working with over here.
Have you thought about during her vows you give her the light? How about that? Would that be cool?
The vows are like the one part that I'm like, I think I have to be deathly serious. And I think like I have to take that part real serious. I think everything else I'm allowed to be a little bit of a jokester with. But like in my mind, because I think she assumes I'm not going to take the vows seriously part. And so I think I have to, that's the part I'm going to try to like
make
really
her cry. Make her
hit
like
her right
ugly
in the-
cry
oh,
her
I'm
own
gonna
way.
try to-
Like it's so fucking heartfelt that like she loses it. Like it's the first time you've ever
Exactly.
actually showed emotions to her right then in that moment. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, no, I want to like hit her right in the heart and just make her really upset. And it's going to be great.
You better not wear mascara during my vows because I'm going to fuck you up, girl.
Oh, I'm gonna absolutely destroy her. She's gonna put in so much work into her look. And she's gonna think it's gonna be so jokey, and I'm gonna be
You're not
so.
gonna smash cake.
And she can't. No, she can't be mad if you make her cry with your heartfelt
doing
love
the
for
right
her.
thing. I
You
couldn't be
ruined her
doing more
makeup
the
and
right
wedding
thing.
by being too romantic and awesome. I mean, she can't be mad at you the rest of her
I
life.
think that's all right.
Yeah, I'm gonna be really sweet. So
Yeah, don't smash cake.
that's my game plan right now. We've thought about it. The game plan right now is like have my little bits and then be shockingly sincere during the vows and everything else kind of be.
What if instead of the garter, when you go under her skirt to get the garter, pull a piece of cake out of there? That'd be hilarious. That'd be kind of.
Oh, that's funny. I like that. I like that.
Turn
a
that whole
lot.
tradition on its ear, you know.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't like that, but then when the cake, I'm a fan.
So it
I
looks
know,
like
we're
you're being a
trying to-
chauvinist, and then you pull a cake out of her. You know, I think it'd be cool.
I've tried to figure out what to do with the cake. The cake I'm trying to come up with a bit for the cake because I like something that's like a little different for
What if you
things.
smash it in your own face?
What if you threw the cake like the flowers, like the bouquet, and somebody has to catch it? They're the next person that gets to eat cake.
That's an interesting idea. I like that. That could be interesting. Okay.
Because nobody fights over the garter or the bouquet, but people will fight over some cake. That'd be fucking,
for sure.
You know, especially if you invited Gleib to your wedding, he'd fucking punch some people for a piece of cake.
Oh, sure.
All right, everybody, if you have ideas that Danny could do for his wedding,
Oh, there you go.
the
Throw some
cake
wet-
Oh, yeah.
whatever
Cake
That's
else.
a
bits. There
creative
you go.
group.
Any other funny wedding bits? We'd like that. We did have an
Yeah,
overnight
and also-
game. We had an
and also-
overnight. Go ahead, Danny.
And if I could just throw in, and also everybody throw out your wedding ideas, and also please don't tell Jess I'm group minding this my wedding.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just
Danny,
those are the two
whenever
conditions.
Okay, we won't tell her. Whenever I'm the best man in a wedding, I do run my speech at open mics, though. I've been doing that since I became a comic. I'll do my best man speech.
hilarious.
I'll run it 3 or 4 times at an open mic to make sure it's good.
Do you have to like go to the open mic and be like, so this is Derek, and
I-
just
yeah,
like before I get into
Basically,
a
I'll be
couple
like, here's my
things.
buddy Tony. He's marrying a doctor 10 years younger than him, who's way hotter than him, and he flunked out of college. Here's what you need to know. And then I just tell the speech.
That's great. I love
So
that.
anyway, we did have a fun overnight game. We had a fun overnight game, which was what are some untrue but fun facts about animals? Some untrue but fun facts about animals. Dave Adler had squids play red light, green light for money. I thought that was interesting.
That's very
Ellie Mays said giraffes will shit in your coffee if you leave the window open, which I didn't know that. That makes sense. But my favorite was from Gina B. First animal fact: the pig's orgasm lasts on average 45 minutes. Then in parentheses, she says they actually only last 30 minutes. Second animal fact: I'm deleting my search history tomorrow. I'm actually scrubbing it now. Which made it laugh. Made me laugh. Was there a Night King game, Rich?
There was. So the Night King game was Thanksgiving pickup lines. Pickup lines for Thanksgiving. I like Rebecca's. I'd like to drum your turkey.
Nice.
So that's a good one. And then, but my favorite comes from Jack. So congratulations, you're the Night King with the want to check out my great pumpkin. It's just not for Halloween. It's not just for Halloween. I said that wrong.
Yeah, he's gonna gorge you. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Get it? It's about his dick, Danny.
A pumpkin is like his dick. I mean, I'm so. What
I
are we
think you
talking?
need some
about?
penicillin. I think
Well,
you need
he's
some.
got
If your
elephant
dick
tongue.
looks like a great pumpkin, you need some penicillin.
I
I'm
don't
thinking.
follow it. I think there's
Maybe it
many
means
fruits
his ass.
and vegetables
What's
that
a
look like a
girl?
dick, but a pumpkin not. No.
What if a
I don't
girl
buy
said,
this.
want to check out my great pumpkin?
Maybe he's fucking a pumpkin. You think he's cutting a hole in a pumpkin and
Oh,
fucking it?
could
That could
be.
be a thing.
That could be a thing. Now you got me.
All his
back.
jack lanterns look
Okay.
surprised. They're all like,
Yeah. That's right. That
well,
could be
we
good.
said today's game is Jolly a Band. Jolly a Band. So in honor of Danny Jollis, we're in Jolly a Band. So well, we had some examples, right? What were the examples? You
We
got a
did.
couple.
So some of the examples were, so Steve gave us some examples. It was roses without guns.
I like that one. I like that one.
I had Joy at the disco.
I had Ye-Z. Ye-Z is one of my favorite rappers. He's excited.
But then also, just so you know, I am going to be doing game entries of things that bring me joy with a band. So
Beyonce still works too. Beyonce. Beyonce. That's what
Sublime. You don't have to do that. So yeah,
Sublime works great.
The way you participate in the game is a $5 or more super chat, Venmo, or PayPal with your game entry. Or if you're in our video front row, you get up to 2 entries for free.
2 entries for free. And speaking of the video front row, it's time to introduce those fine folks. So turn on those cameras, everybody. Let's see your beautiful smiling faces today on Fuck It Fan Friday. And okay.
Oh, look at all this Britney energy.
Oh, look at all we're doing here. All right. Oh, now we're back. Okay. So, did you know that Britney's greatest hits album is called My Prerogative, Danny? How fucked up is that? Jesus Christ. Now that we know what we know. Okay. Kira Murray's here. She's in a fur coat. I like that. Looking all fancy up there in Canada. Nice job. Looking good. Hopefully it's not because it's cold, just because you're fancy. Oh, here's front row Steve and the sound of one hand clapping. Oh.
Where do you hit it?
Well, I think without Val, it's one hand fapping, if we're being honest. But okay, let's keep going.
What a dope collection behind him.
Hey, look, it's Brad. It's Brad Clark with his Britney bitch, and she's out of this world too. I give you that. She's out of this world.
What's happening with Britney today?
Did
What's
she
the
escape?
Britney
She's
go?
being freed. You gotta
Today's her
Hour
freedom
ago,
day.
The judge ruled in her favor.
Yeah.
Okay, I do not root for this to happen, but it'd be very funny if tomorrow she died of a heroin overdose. It would be hilarious if her dad was like, "See, I fucking told you, motherfuckers. I've been trying to keep this girl alive for 30 years." No, Danny, you think that's gonna happen? That wouldn't be funny.
That's horrible. No.
It would be hilarious, though, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be hilarious, though, if she died the first day home, she fucking just took a bunch of drugs and died?
It would
No.
be.
Not funny at all. Not one bit of you would think that was funny.
No.
I think it would be. I think it would be ironic.
So
It
this
would be
whole time that they were
ironic.
protecting her from herself and they were all right and she was wrong and we were all, the whole internet was wrong and freeing her was the wrong thing, wouldn't be funny to anyone?
No.
No.
It's
Moving on.
Rachel. Talk
Let it
to
go.
him.
You guys are just not fucking comedy fans then, because that's the funniest fucking thing that's ever happened, and I'll fucking die on this goddamn hill. Let's go. Anyway,
I think
Callie's
that you
here.
gotta-
Callie's here. We're gonna be done with this hill. I'm not dying on any hills. Callie's here. I don't wish Brittany ill. I just think it'd be funny. Callie's here. Good to see you, Callie. Good to see you. Glad she's here today. Oh, Coitus is here. I can't say Abby's face is on his head. Isn't that funny on the way my Zoom looks? Oh, there he is. You're on the side, and then Abby's face was over you on the. It was weird. How you doing, Coitus? Doing all right? You driving? All right, cool. What's that hat say? What's that hat?
Hat.
Marvel
Oh, let's
Comics.
go.
All right,
I've heard of
cool.
them.
Here you go. Yeah, not a big fan of comic movies either. That's all right. Brittany, it's Brittany. She's free. Oh, look, and it's Lindsay B and Mike C. What's up, Mike? Good to see you guys. You guys are hanging out together. That's very cool. Very nice. Where are you guys at?
Minneapolis.
Yeah. Nice. Very cool. All right. Good
Beautiful
job.
city.
Good job.
Beautiful
Good job.
city.
Abby's here. Abby, how you doing, Abby? You work today, or you just kind of today a day off? Or are you gonna work a triple later?
I have a night shift.
All right. So save everybody's life.
Night
Problem.
shift, but I'm eating breakfast before my night shift. So
Oh, nice. All right. Well, good job. Hey, Tam, how you doing? Tam's here. She looks like she's in the office somewhere. Looks like she's doing. Oh, shit. Fuck you. It's not funny. Okay. All right. Look, Tam. You agree that most of the things I say are funny, but that one cannot be funny. That's all right.
Good on you, Tam. Good on you, Tam. Don't
I'm
let him
telling
fool
you, she dies tomorrow. It's going to be funny. Tina from New Zealand's here. Love your hot dog hat. That looks cool. Nice to see that. Good job. Good job. Her feet aren't shown today,
No,
Rach, so you don't
thank
have to be
God.
freaked out. Rach doesn't like Tina's feet. I'm a big fan of Tina's feet, but Rach doesn't like them.
No.
Sarah Green's here. Sarah, how you doing? Sarah's daisy chain.
Let's go.
Oh, she's going for it, man.
Let's
All
go,
right.
Sarah. It's
Nice,
a Friday.
nice.
Live it up.
Nice. Now, on a Friday, do you hang out with the boyfriend, the husband, or all three? What happens on the Fridays? Is that a...
It alternates.
Oh, okay,
Every
cool.
other
All
weekend.
right. Every other Friday, like a divorced dad. I like it. Rebecca Fisher's here. How are you, Rebecca?
I'm all right, thanks.
Good to see you. Even Blinken Blimp's glad that Brittany's free. Even Blinken Blimp was glad. It was Blinken Blimp, England. There, I can't even say England right. Steph Andrews is here. Steph, how you doing? Good to see you. What if she choked on a pineapple? Would that be funny if she choked on a pineapple and it wasn't heroin?
That would be funny because it's not.
See, there
drugs.
you go. Because it's not drugs. Okay.
Steph, don't give in to this. Don't let him win.
Mate, I'm from Australia. We'll do anything to be liked because of our stupid politicians at the moment.
I just saw for the first time today the dumbest ways to die video, which I've been told is like an Australian classic that I somehow missed in my life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It's people. It's from everyone that lives in Darwin.
It's awesome.
Nice. Nice.
It
a
was
great
so
video.
awesome. I felt like such a loot, but my brother-in-law was like, you've never heard of this? And I was like, never. And then he showed me, and I was like, that's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
So that's
Yeah.
funny, but Brittany dying of heroin the day after she gets freed, not funny at all. Okay, I get it. I get what you're saying.
No, it's
As
not.
long as they're
heroin.
random
It's
Australians
helicopter.
dying, you know.
He has been through a lot. It has been a
You don't
difficult
understand.
Or
journey.
they've been
Yeah.
protecting her this whole time. That's all I'm saying. That's my entire point. You don't
Now,
know.
with
People
that
with
said,
control.
Chris. Yeah, with that said, Chris, do I think her Instagram is going to be an absolute shit show for the next couple weeks? 100%.
Right, there you go.
It's gonna be a hot mess, but I'm here for it, and she's allowed to be a hot mess.
Dude, I'm rooting for Brittany. I'm rooting for Brittany. I hope they were wrong and she could have been okay this whole time. I'm just saying, you know. Is that it? Are we done with the front row?
What about
Oh, cool.
Molly?
Oh, well, Molly's going to be our two truths and a lie. Molly is our tech today, so put yourself on screen here, Molly. Can we see you real fast? Throw Molly on screen. Everybody say hi to Molly. Molly's here in place of Taylor, who's on vacation. I accidentally texted him the other day, so sorry, Taylor. I didn't know you're on vacation. I thought you were there till today, so we'll get him later. But good to see you, Molly. How are you? Where are you at, Miles? Oh, how's that going?
Ooh.
She moved recently, right?
Yeah.
She said no.
Just weren't enough white people in California said, I'll go to Connecticut, where they're from.
I get it.
We have kind of a white people factory there in Connecticut. Very cool. So, are you ready for two truths and a lie? Do we want to do two truths and a lie with Molly? You want to start right there? Let's do it. You think you got it?
Okay, well, go. You.
There, I think I'm no. I think I'm okay. Sorry, I just
okay.
realized there was no audio on the stream until
Uh-oh.
just now for myself. So now people can hear
Oh,
me.
for yourself, just for her.
Just
Oh,
for
just for you.
myself.
Okay,
Just for
yeah, that
myself.
happens.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was like,
They just got
all
this.
my great
None of
jokes.
this. Yeah.
I've had so
No, no.
many great moments. You know,
We,
Danny has been killing this whole time. This
I've
whole
been
we've all been
dominating,
dying.
right? I believe I said the phrase "That's not funny" 17 times. Always a good comedy thing to do. So
Danny had this really weird theory I didn't like that if Brittany died of heroin over us tomorrow, it'd be funny. We all disagree, but Danny really dug in. You couldn't hear it because the audio was down,
dare you.
but he really got his spurs in. He was. I think he
dare you.
really doesn't like Britney Spears for some
how
reason.
dare you?
this man, he gets a new haircut and he is uncontrollable.
All right. Well, actually, let's get some tips and then we'll get to Molly. So what do we got here, Rach?
Okay, so we've got some generals.
Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba.
Staff gave it a suggestion for a top 5, so we'll get to that here in a little bit. Bunst, Danny, she sent you $50 and said to buy something that will survive past the wedding day.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, that's so nice.
Very sweet.
So like the opposite of birth control. That'll survive past the wedding night.
And then Bunst asked, I wonder if Steph knows the answer to this question. Is Darwin the home of the Darwin Awards then?
Yeah, that was my question. Or were they
Yes,
they were.
yes.
Now, here's my question: was the Darwin the scientist from Darwin? Oh, he wasn't.
No.
Oh, okay.
Nothing smart comes out of Darwin.
Well, I thought he just left because everyone was an idiot and he had to go hang out with turtles. No, okay.
No.
I don't know how Darwin got to where Darwin did, but
I
yeah.
like turtles. You remember that meme?
I remember that meme. I like turtles. That was good. That was good, Rachel. I like that.
I didn't commit all the way, but
No, it was that was funny. It was subtle. You were just like, I like turtles, but then you didn't like say it loud enough that anyone would hear it. That was really good.
Darwin's like Mississippi for Australia.
Oh, of course. That doesn't help us at all. Mr. Sippy? What is Mr. Sippy?
Mississippi.
Oh, Mr. Sippy. I thought it was some sort of fucking Australian drink I didn't know about. Yeah, if you hadn't Mr. Sippy, it's fucking get you all fucked up. It's great. It's made out of fucking pineapple juice.
Molly, save us. Are you ready? Where's my quiet time?
Mr. Sippy.
Oh, Molly's getting it.
Molly's good. I'm mailing it out today. Anyway, Molly, two truths and a lie. Are we ready?
Okay.
All right. All right.
Okay. So
Danny, you get a guess too. So
Oh, I'm focused.
here we go.
okay. So this is also themed with Jolly a Band. So
Oh,
I have
check
to
you
pick.
out,
Look
overachiever.
at that.
Come on,
What's
she's
happening
incredible.
now? All right.
okay. So my first one is in high school. I participated in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade with my high school band.
Okay.
Okay.
2, I watched the band Squirrel Nut Zippers backstage with the band Bare Naked Ladies.
Ooh, okay.
Fun.
All right.
That is jolly.
And
Nice.
my third is just a proclamation that my favorite performer, and I only went once, but the best concert I've been to, Justin Timberlake.
All right. Well,
That's-
you seem like someone who played the clarinet in the band. So I'm thinking you were in the band that went to the Macy's Day Parade. I'm thinking that seems cool. I think side stage is Squirrel. I know Squirrel Nut Zippers did tour with Bare Naked Ladies. And Bare Naked Ladies is one of my favorite bands. So I know that is a possibility. I'm thinking you've never seen Justin Timberlake. That's the lie. I think you wanted to go, but you couldn't go, or I don't know, it's because Britney wasn't free yet. You didn't feel comfortable. I don't know why you didn't go, but you didn't go see Timberlake. That's the one I think's
What
a
was
lie.
the first one?
First one was that she's in the Macy's Day Parade as a part of her high school band.
I think that one's a lie.
All right, Danny.
All right. Well, I'm working through it right now. I think the Thanksgiving Day Parade, they give out those spots. Those spots are not particularly difficult to get if you're a high school band. So that one's very plausible. The band one is interesting because there were a lot of details. A classic 2 truths and a lie move is to get 3 out of 4 details correct. Switch one, claim that you made it a lie. That's a classic move. So that's the one I'm looking towards. I will say Justin Timberlake is a phenomenal performer. And the only question is, did you see him live? Because there's no doubt in anybody's mind here that he is the best live performer. So do I think you've seen Justin Timberlake? Of course, who hasn't? Do I think that you did the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade? Yeah, they're giving out those spots. So I'm going to say that while you did see those bands, you were either backstage with some detail of that was off. That is my final answer.
Here's the thing that Danny doesn't know is like we don't allow a slight change in details.
That's true. But I also don't think you can just see Timberlake once. I think that's why that was the lie. Because if you see Timberlake once, you got to see him every time he's in town from now on. I think that's how that works. It's like Lay's potato chips.
But he barely ever tours. He's so busy making movies that I think it doesn't happen that often. Anyway, we'll see if I'm wrong.
All right. So, Molly, which one was the lie?
The lie was Justin Timberlake.
Ah, son of a bitch. You never seen him, or did you see him and you hated him?
No, neither. He's okay. He's not my favorite.
Okay.
He's okay.
See, it's hard to get away from a lie where someone thinks Justin Timberlake's hot. Who would think that's a lie? I like that, Molly. Nice way to misdirect. DJ Dango has a great joke where he said, if you'd have told my teenage self that when I grew up, my favorite singer would be Justin Timberlake and my favorite actor would be Leonardo DiCaprio, I'd punch that guy in the fucking face. They grew up to be pretty fucking cool. They did not seem they were going to be that cool when they were 17 or whatever. They ended up pretty
I hated them
bad.
all. Hated them both. Look at them now.
Yeah, big fan of them now.
Oh, that
Timberlake
video
especially.
of you seen that video of Leonardo DiCaprio winning over Jeffrey Bezos, his like girlfriend?
No.
Anybody know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's so funny. He's at this party and it's Jeffrey Bezos and his like girlfriend, and she is talking to Leonardo DiCaprio, and the amount of love and like lust in her eyes as she's talking to Leonardo DiCaprio, and watching Jeff Bezos just be like, I just have to hope he leaves. I just have to hope he decides not
she
to
was
do this.
only dating Bezos in hopes that she might meet Leonardo DiCaprio. Like that was her end game to begin with.
She would jump ship in that moment at that second if it was available to her. It is so clear from her look. It is such a beautiful, wonderful video. If you want to know that no matter how much money you have, you're always a Leonardo DiCaprio away from losing the person you potentially love.
Molly, you don't get off that easy. Put yourself back up here.
Yeah, exactly.
We
wanna
get
hear
to
some
ask
stories.
you some questions. Tell us about the Thanksgiving Day Parade and why did you hate yourself afterwards?
Mute yourself.
Muted.
Oh,
I muted.
there you
Sorry. No, I love the Macy's Thanksgiving Day
Was
Parade.
it great? Oh,
Yeah, because it was my first year in the band, and I actually didn't play an instrument. I was in an auxiliary unit known as, this is going out into the world, the dance machine.
Okay, you were in the dance machine. All right. Did you have a flag?
Is that like the flag?
Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that
Yep.
the flag? Yeah, the
Yep.
flags.
Yep.
Those are a huge part of the band.
Yeah, no, we were great. But yeah, it was super fun because we were the band from New York, in New York, so everybody loved us. So it was
Oh,
really
nice.
fun.
What songs did you play? Do you remember what songs you're rocking out at the
Um,
Macy's Day Parade?
How the West Was Won was kind of one like with the street beat. I don't remember. Roundabout was the main one that we did. So I'm sure there were more.
Nice. You
Sorry.
still remember the flag moves? Could you still do the flag moves if we played a little roundabout right now? Could you pop up and spin those flags to the right counts?
I could. I sometimes
Yeah.
when I have an umbrella or just a stick in my hand, it just happens.
I was trumpet and marching band, and I still got that march down. It's
Do
a
you
hard
wait?
turn.
Do you also
Yeah.
find yourself when there's music ever playing anywhere, you have to walk to the beat? You have to walk to the rhythm? Or were
You
you
know what
not?
I d- uh,
Was that not your
I,
thing?
Well,
That-
no, I definitely. So my thing was the hard turn. I would do a very hard turn. It was described as distracting by my band leader, but I thought it was hilarious. I would do because they would make it where you go like bump, 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 and then like turn, and you have to do it on a beat. And so I would just turn
Yep.
so violently, and I do it real big. I really swing it. And I was really putting on a show. No, I will still though. I play.
Now, what's
trumpet.
crazy
I'll
is
still-
Danny was a solo performer. That's what made it even crazier. He was at the band halftime just by himself playing the trumpet with the hard turns. That's impressive,
mean,
actually.
That's pretty funny. That's pretty fun. I'm into that premise. I could do.
We don't have a marching band. We have a marching Danny that does the halftime show. It's really good.
Danny, Reaper Media had a suggestion for your wedding to invite Dancing Machine.
Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea.
I think
Or out of the cake with the goddamn flag.
Oh,
So-
dance
Wow.
machine.
Can I just tell you what makes it even better?
A 50-person high school dance
Yep.
unit jumps out of your wedding cake. That would be
Yep.
hilarious.
I will say it was a full body spandex outfit with sequins that kind of went over and across down the leg. So I mean,
You had me at sequins.
ready
You
for
had
a
me at
show. It's ready
You
for
had
a
me at
show.
sequins, Molly. I'm in. I'm all in on the sequin outfits. Nice. So, but you were backstage for the Bare Naked Ladies.
Yep.
Where at?
oh gosh, I don't even remember. I've seen tons and tons of shows with Bare Naked Ladies, so much that we got to know them and
Oh,
go
very
to
cool.
shows like so they would give us passes for the show and backstage and stuff. So I don't even remember. It was a music festival somewhere.
Nice. One of my favorite moments. This is I think I've told you this in Orange Stories once, but when I was right out of college, before you had cell phones, nobody had a cell phone. Right? My buddy John was like, "I'm never getting a cell phone. I'm not that important." He's one of those guys that was going to be anti-cell phone his whole life or whatever. And so one night it's like 3 a.m. The phone rings. And my buddy Jeff, who's in a cover band, and he's like, "Dude, we're in Columbus, and Bare Naked Ladies came into the bar we were playing at, and they gave us front row tickets and Bass Edge passes tomorrow. I need someone's actual name, and since John doesn't have a cell phone, I'm calling you." And I was like, "Oh my God!" So I give him my name. I go back in the other room where John was. I'm like, "Dude, Jeff just called us. He's at Bare Naked Ladies." Oh my God! And he's got front row tickets. Oh my God! And because you don't have a cell phone, I gotta go. And John was like, "What? No!" And he bought a cell phone the next fucking day, and it was awesome. So there you go. Well, thanks, Molly. Good job. I think. Oh shit! All right, we're gonna do some.
No, for winning.
Oh shit!
For winning 2 truths and a lie, I've got a treat for you.
Oh God.
Yes.
I was at Ralph's earlier. I have no idea what this is. It's called a quince, which I thought was 15 in Spanish, but apparently it's just.
Well, actually, this is the fruit they serve at the girls' 16-year birthday parties, right? Is that why they're called that?
I don't know. But I cut 2 pieces because I've never had this as well. So,
this is
congratulations.
This is called a quinceañera?
No, just quince. Have you ever had this, Danny? It
No, I've
looks
never
kind of
heard of
like
this.
a pear, but it's really hard. So let's see.
Oh. Tastes like an apple.
A really like.
Didn't taste bad.
It's really dry. It's actually kind of gross.
I don't like
I
it.
mean-
but no.
Ugh.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't look great. If I were to give as
I didn't like
a famed commercial actor, I would say both those bites were not great.
No, it's almost as if like if you eat something and then it sucks all the saliva out of your mouth. That's what the feeling that it left with your mouth.
A little bit.
So
Hey, how was Megan Rapinoe? Is she nice?
She was pretty nice. She had a real like crew with her, and I was
Like other soccer
was-
players or like her like entourage?
Yeah, and by the way,
Was it like
so many
Mia
things
Hamm and
happening
stuff,
in the
or was
front
it-
row that I just want to say I am seen, and it is both scared me and excited me. What's going on with the front row during this show? Uh, she was super cool. She had like a real crew with her of like just very like cool looking gals, just really cool looking gals, and they were very intimidating. And then I looked like I was I think she thought I was an extra, so she wouldn't really talk to me because I was off to the
Gotcha.
side. But she was nice to everybody else, and she was on time, and she knew her lines, and that is a lot more than I can say for a lot of people in Hollywood. And she was nothing but nice to the people she was talking to. She just barely talked to me, which is fine. She's only somebody I really think is awesome, and it would have been cool to talk to her.
Now, did she actually kick the sandwich out of your hand, or was that all stunts or CGI?
That was a no, and this is the beauty of Hollywood. She did kick a soccer ball though, like 100 times, and it was very cool to be inches from one of the best kickers of a soccer ball on the planet and see her just absolutely crush it over and over. No, a man with 1,000 tattoos just came out to me and was like, "I'm gonna throw a soccer ball at you," and then he just chucked a soccer ball at me. And he was very good. He had great aim. But true story. It was just some guy. I never even got his name, but he was like, "I'm just going to throw it at you." And I was like, "Throw it as hard." I was like, "Throw it as hard as you can. Let's get this thing. Let's get it. Take one." And I was like, he's like, "All right." And he threw it so hard and perfect. I think he missed one time. He hit me in the side. That was it. Every other time he nailed it. He was so good.
Nice. Now, did you have to like keep clean up the sandwiches every time? Like, did it destroy the sandwich every time? How did all that work?
I was basically, for those who haven't seen the commercial, I was a throwaway shot. And so basically I was when Rapinoe needs a break, we'll do Danny's shot. So I had about 10 minutes to get that shot. I waited for 10 minutes of time. And so I really was like, do it as fast as you can. So we were literally like, boom, burger, hit, cut, give me another one. Boom, burger, hit, cut. Like we did it as many times as you can imagine in 10 minutes. The director and I knew each other, and he was just very honest with me of like how fast I had to go. And I was like, let's go. And we got it done. And I watched them in front of me. I watched them film her being like, now do it where you don't kick it at him. So they were planning. There was an open plan to cut me. And so I was really going, hard, and I did.
That's got to be tough. Like, if we end up not using him and paying him, we'll just leave this spot blank. And you're like, I'm right here. Jesus Christ.
In front of me, they would be like, don't kick it at him. Just say you have to go. And like, don't. And now do it where. And I was like, I'm going to get cut for sure. There's no chance I make this commercial.
Can we do one take where we don't pay Danny, please? One take where we don't pay Danny. Okay, here we go.
I know what I'm saying. They're like, oh, this is just so much money. If you guys could please kick that ball at me, please kick it.
I mean, and you have to give us. I mean, but you get paid each time it airs, right? I mean, you have to tell me the number, but like, isn't that how it works with a union commercial? Like, it's like a big deal, right? Like those big national ones are real nice, right?
Yeah, you want that money. Yeah, it's very good money. I've made more on. I've made. I won't even. That commercial. I made more on that commercial than I've made doing most things this year.
Gotcha.
Like like put together every other thing I've done, acting wise, stand up wise, combine them all. Don't make as much as that one commercial just made. Like commercials, if you can get them, and they're so hard to get, they're so worth it.
Well, and 2 more commercials like that, you'll be able to pay for the flowers for your wedding. So that's nice.
I was so close to one this week, and I'll tell you, I was smelling that money. And look at that.
Hey, by the way, top tipper is gonna get today is gonna get a Bert or an Ernie. I made him kiss too. It's really easy to make him kiss. We want them both? Oh, a Bert and an Ernie. Okay, so we're gonna give away one of the first.
What's the most somebody's ever given as a tip?
Well, it depends on what you're talking about. I think we sold one of Steve's shirts for like $800.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. So we auctioned some stuff off.
Straight tip.
There's been like some $500 straight tips, $600. There's some big ones.
Well, for comics usually, like
yeah,
there's been some big ones.
But
yeah, Bert and Ernie. I want to give away Bert and Ernie today.
And you can have either one.
There's a lot.
There's 2 of them. You can have the gross.
I just said to myself, hey, what if we broke a record today? I don't know. Just a thought I had. I don't know. Just a thought. Let's not worry about it.
We touch a break. Anyway, top tipper gets Bert and Ernie. So you get both.
Comments for you, Danny.
All right, let's get some comments. Let's go.
Steph said she wants you to dress up as Christopher from The Sopranos on your honeymoon, or you can just forget about it.
Love that.
Nice.
Love that.
Are you guys religious? Are you guys religious at all, Danny?
No, I mean Jewish. We're both Jews, and we both.
Because just I mean, I did that for my second wedding. It didn't work out, so maybe this isn't a good idea. But the wedding was awesome. I wrote the wedding ceremony. The entire thing was kind of a take on regular weddings. So like the first reading, my buddy deadpan read the lyrics to Huey Lewis and the News, "The Power of Love," as a reading at the wedding. It was really funny. Like we
That's
that
so
kind of
funny. I
stuff.
don't know if we'll be that funny, but we are doing it. We're basically going to do potentially a day before, like super small one in front of a rabbi, and then the one that we will do like the
my favorite part after we lit the unity candle, the guy Tony Duroff was the officiant, my buddy, and he goes, now Chris and Angela like to show their guests the sign of peace, and we just turned around and went and then turned back. So it was pretty funny. We had a good time.
I love that.
Her family hated it. My family thought it was
just-
the funniest thing of all time. Her family, when you pan over from the video, my family's dying laughing. Her family's all hated the whole fucking thing. It was not good.
I'm very curious. I got to say, so far, every family, credit where credit due, every family member has been great so far, and I'm very excited for somebody to finally be our first like problem. But so far, everybody's been very well behaved.
That's good.
This is your first wedding?
This is my first.
Yeah, this is the best. This is the best one. This is the best wedding.
Hopefully last.
Hold
but
on to
you
this
never
one.
know, you know. But we're
yeah.
trying to keep. But she's
I've got
a great
some
kid.
comments for you, Danny.
Yeah, go.
Marielle suggested that the top tipper today gets to go to your wedding.
Let me tell you something.
There
gotta
you
tip
go.
off.
An invite to
You can
Danny Giles' wedding. How much is it? $60 a plate? I mean, is it +1? That's not a bad deal.
I mean, let me tell you, we're good. That is, you're gonna have to give a hell of a tip.
For $200, you can come to the big one. For $1,000, you can come to the little Jewish one the day before. That's what's happening.
Yeah, the little Jewish one's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good time.
We did have, so Abby did confirm that Charles Darwin was from Shropshire, England.
Well, that's where Rebecca's from, is Schroppen Smoppen. Fucking nice job. You're in the same spot. Good job.
And then Dana said, Molly, she loves your Van Gogh backdrop.
Yes, nice job.
Aw.
And we have, Danny, we've got a top 5 for you. So this is one that I'm going to spring on you from Steffi Andrews. Top 5 best comics of all time, dead or alive.
Oh, this is such a hard one. Let's go. So I'm gonna do it. Let's do like a couple different category. Like I'm gonna do kind of just like one from each category of comic.
Okay.
Sure.
So I'm gonna say
I hope this
greatest
isn't
physical-
race. I hope the categories aren't race, but okay.
No, it's race. I think that's fun, right? We like
Favorite
doing
white comic? Favorite black?
that. 2021. That's a good look, right? We're not recording you.
From the whites, I like George Carlin. From okay.
Yeah. I would say physical performer. Let's throw Jerry Lewis on the top 5 for sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Best writer. I'm gonna say Chappelle. Certainly. Yeah, writer. How old is 15 really is the greatest joke ever written.
I think Neil Brennan's a better writer. That's personally my thought, but you know.
I disagree. And then I would say
Okay,
that
these are his top 5.
I get it.
yeah, no.
I like Chappelle. I'm just saying I think Neil Brennan's a better writer. That's all I'm saying. I
Neil
think Chappelle's
Brennan's
a better
great.
comic.
Nobody, let me tell you, no shade at Neil Brennan, but I think Chappelle's. We're doing pure stand-up there. Stand-up writing, Chappelle.
Okay.
Sketch writing, Brennan, but stand-up writing, Chappelle. I'll go Chris Rock while we're here.
Sure.
Some iconic jokes. I'm gonna say Carlin, I guess, has to go in there. He definitely does. He has to go in there. And then out of nowhere, my 5th one, just where I'm feeling right now. I really think he's not talked about enough, but the impression that Dick Van Dyke show sketch wise and performer and everything, I think is not talked about enough. That guy was a massive influence. And while we're here, Carol Burnett, who should also be included in that exact same sentence, because her sketch show was absolutely so ahead of its time. She is an absolutely brilliant performer, and she should, and Miss Hannigan, everything. She should absolutely be included in that conversation. She never is.
Cool. Yeah, I go Goldman, Brennan, Burr, Eliza Schlesinger, and then there's a top 5. I don't know. I'd find somebody else in the 5. There's a million people that go in that 5th. Danny Jollis probably.
Of course, I think everybody's.
I like.
Wait,
I
sure,
prefer-
everybody puts me there.
I think I prefer dead comedians apparently because I like Patrice Hedberg. We talked about this before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hedberg I put in there. I like Hedberg a lot. Patrice is great. Geraldo probably my top 5 maybe if we're talking dead people.
Geraldo's great. Hedberg's always tough for me to put on a top 5 just because it was cut so short, frustratingly.
Yeah.
It's hard to get a full spectrum of what he could have done.
Sure. I get that.
All right. Well, we had you prepare some top 5, so I want to get to those. All right. So you can do them in any order, but here are the top. Well, let's go one at a time. What's your favorite top 5 you have? We'll go and you tell us what the top 5 is, and give it to, and then we'll give us some of our ideas.
I worked on this.
I know. I appreciate it.
No, I listen. I care. I care about you guys, and I care about this show, and I just want to be a good guest host who will hopefully get the biggest tip of all time. So, and that's just the rumor. That's the rumor going around. That's not something I'm saying.
People are saying that Danny Giles is going to get the biggest tip of all
time. What are we doing? Well, I'll tell you the one I really fought with myself over the most was favorite board game, top 5 board game.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
That was the one I really battled.
Top 5 board games. Here we go.
So you usually go 5 up, or do you go
however you want to do it?
Whatever. I go 5 up usually.
You go 5 up. Okay, so number 5, I really did struggle to come up with a 5th. I believe whatever is 5th is so far below. I'm gonna maybe say if Dungeons and Dragons counts as a board game, then maybe I chuck it in there. But does it count exactly? Sometimes there's a board, sometimes there's not. Same with Warhammer. If we're not allowed to include any of those, then I guess I'm gonna say Mousetrap just because it's inventive. Number 4. Now we're into my real list.
Okay.
4. Clue.
Oh, great one.
Classic, iconic, actual strategy. The biggest thing for me was there strategy involved in these games? Was there strategy? Could you actually be better or worse at the game?
And what's your clue strategy?
Clue strategy is it's all about eliminations, about picking up on other people's questions and stuff like that. You start watching what they're doing. You can do it.
See, I'm just a dick. So whenever I play Clue, I always guess what I have in my envelope, so the person next to me thinks they have it, and then they get out immediately because I tricked them. That's what I think's funny every time.
See, and that's good though.
That's so and so with the rope and the thing, and then they're out because they guessed wrong because I guessed my own packet. So that's why nobody had any of those cards. Anyway, number 3.
But that's what I like. Number 3. So initially I was going to say Chutes and Ladders because I think that game holds up beautifully. But then I said to myself, now wait a second. Candyland is Chutes and Ladders with personality. Same basic game, but they added something to it. And for that, Candyland makes number 3. Number 2,
like basic Candyland. I like it.
Yeah, it's like I was like
Chutes and Ladders, just basic Candyland, you bitch. Let's go.
Yeah. Number 2, and this one is not based on strategy, but based off the unbelievably heavy storyline of Life. Life is a not talked about enough game, but what a wildly heavy choice for a game, and really opened up the idea as a young kid that you can change careers and be successful at any moment in your life.
Oh yeah,
could really out of nowhere turn it around and make it to president. So I really thought that was great, and I love Life. I think Life is a great game and not talked about enough.
Recently they changed the rules where you get more money if you don't go to college. It's kind of weird.
They do put you in debt though early because of college, which is a good way to do it.
Yeah, it's not enough.
Game. Yeah, I mean, I know. I hear that. Number 1, it goes without saying. I don't know how you make a number 1 board game list and it isn't number 1. Obviously, Monopoly. Has to be.
It's not my number 1.
What's your number?
It is. It's my number 2. My number 1 is backgammon.
Yes.
Is that a board game?
It is. There's a board.
There's a board that counts.
Play it with children. I think board games have to be played with children.
I used to play it as a child all the time.
That explains a lot of things.
I love Monopoly. Monopoly is a true strategy game. Monopoly is great. Backgammon is a good one.
Do you play it by the real rules, Danny? Do you play it by the real rules?
Monopoly?
Meaning,
of course.
Well, not many people do. In real Monopoly, you can't do any extra houses or hotels. You can only do what's in the box. So if you only buy houses and never buy hotels, you always win. If you can get all the houses bought so nobody else can get them and build hotels, then you win. No,
because but Your Honor, and I'm not here to correct your Monopoly ways, but obviously after 4 houses, it turns into a hotel. And
But you don't buy the hotel. I'm saying you don't buy
the
the
houses
hotel.
go back into the game. The houses go
Not
back
if
into the
you don't
world.
buy the hotels is my point. Not if you don't buy the hotel.
Oh, you're
Try it
just
next
doing
time.
4 houses everywhere.
Yep. It's a trick that wins the game every time. If you play by
Boy,
the
you
real
have,
rules.
I mean,
I'm
you'd
gonna
have to
bring
be at a
Monopoly.
dominant
I'll
phase
play.
of the game to do that, but that is an interesting point, and that is a cool strategy. That I would play with that. I would buy that.
So anyway,
I'd buy
I
that.
like Risk as my number one
Risk
board
is
game. I
fun.
like Risk. a lot.
Scrabble is like top 5 for me.
Can't
We
stand
play a new
Scrabble.
game called Bird Boy Scrabble that my uncle invented years ago, which is it's like Balderdash and Scrabble combined, where any word you can define counts. Now you can't use gobbledygook, but like Bird Boy is a boy who's also a bird. If you eat at the beach, you dine Sandy. You know, like you just add more, and you don't have to spell them right. To fit them in the triple word scores, it's really funny and creative and a good time. You know,
The
so.
amount of anger I would have.
Like
be
if you're
through
so
the roof.
on fleek that you're above it, you're on flea seek, and if every time you go on flea seek you get sick, you have flea seek pox. That was last week. It's just funny shit. It's just a fun way to play Scrabble. So
A friend of mine, her son is like a ranked high school Scrabble player.
sure.
And due to the pandemic, they played online and they would live stream
Sure.
it on Twitch. I watched this kid who I've met maybe once play
Right.
30 games. I watched
he
him
good?
play so many games. I got so into it. It is riveting. You got to get
That's
into
how much you love sports, Danny. Without sports, you were watching Scrabble matches. Like when we were watching Korean baseball at night on ESPN in that first 3 months of the pandemic. We're
I
like,
was.
we'll do it. Let's go.
I'm insane. I'm an insane person, and I need real help, and it's a problem. And I would watch anything.
Were you doing prop bets in Vegas on the Scrabble tiles? Is that what you're going on? He's going to
I've
triple
gotten
words
into
go
sports
right now.
betting.
goddamn.
It's a whole thing. We'll talk about it. I need to work on it. It's a problem. I have a massive problem. I love it, and my friend was like, she was like, you're not watching his game. Like at a certain point, she was like, you're bullshitting me. There's no way. And I'm like, no, I am genuinely invested in your son's Scrabble games, and I'm sorry, but I'm very into this right now.
The point was like, could you not watch it anymore? Now it seems
She was
weird.
just like,
I don't know.
she was like, you can't possibly still be entertained by this. And I was like, I'm riveted. It's all about
Did
the,
you, how many?
it's all about
Now, by the way, just give me a percentage. How many percentage, just off the top of your head, of what percentage of words did you know automatically, and how many didn't you know? Where you're like, oh fuck, that's a word.
you know a lot of the words. The issue is their ability to put first off, the announcers who, if I were to be critical of the Scrabble Association, the announcers are quite dull. Really could use a comic or somebody in that booth adding a little levity. They are quite boring, but they will call out basically what they're going to do. They'll be like, he's either going to do this, or this. Like it's such a, they're playing at such a high level at that stage. They're basically calling them out what they're going to do. It's usually, there's like basically at the, by the end of watching it, there's like 30 words everybody kind of uses over and over again that just have like huge scores.
Fair.
So everybody knows those words, and they're constantly like flipping those words in. It's riveting. Cannot recommend it enough.
So it's like Second City Improv. Like they practice enough that it seems off the cuff, but it's not.
Oh,
That's cool.
these kids.
yeah.
They would, you could know within a couple turns. A lot of the time, the announcers would know who was going to win just based off of what they had on their thing.
Fair. All right, let's do another list. What's your next list you liked? That was good. I like
Hold
the
on,
board
let's
game.
get to some comments.
Oh, let's get some comments. All right, we do have comments.
Oh, Cassie said, Danny, good call on Van Dyke and Burnett. Also underrated that reach behind the head pose.
Oh, me? Yeah, I do that. I get anxious. Thank you for calling that out, and that's a fair point. And
No, you do it real
that
sexy,
that's-
Danny. They like it because you do it real sexy. Like it's really nice.
Do
the way you
I?
do it.
I feel
Yeah,
like it
it's
looks
pretty
like
cool.
nervous, but I appreciate.
No,
you
no,
saying
it looks
that.
cool. It looks cool. It looks cool.
Christopher David said that you asked for one big tip, and he gave you one BIG, which is really 1816.
Ah, there you
So
go.
that's a
One
big
big tip. There you go. You got
That's
one big tip.
Big
One
tip.
big is 1816.
It
There you
is.
go.
It is.
There you go. One big
That's
thing.
impressive, and I'm impressed. Well done.
Remember,
Well
during
done.
these top fives, you can also throw in super chats to throw in your top fives and things you like. So, what's the next one, Danny? What's the next one you want to go with?
I would like to do. Let's do places I traveled. Why not?
Places
I
you
think that
travel.
one's
All right.
I don't know,
Okay.
or ice cream flavor. Let's do ice cream flavors. Ice cream flavors.
All
We'll
right.
switch it.
All right. All right.
Yeah, I
Ice cream
said I
flavors.
didn't like this because I was like I was grumpy about this category because I was like, you guys are all gonna name some freaking, sorry to curse, but you guys are gonna use some freaking specific Ben and Jerry's flavors that I don't know. I'm going generic here.
Well,
These are basic ass
not
flavors.
generic. You can mix stuff up. Like if you don't remember the name of
But
one.
these
you
are
can be
all
like,
known.
hey, there
Yeah,
was-
everything I'm gonna say here is a known ice cream flavor.
Sure.
Vanilla, is that your first one?
Oh, that's his
number
number
4.
one sex position. That's his number one sex position, not his number one ice cream.
Hey,
That's for
ain't
you,
nothing
Danny.
wrong with a little standard. You know what I mean? Nothing like going to the bedroom being like, hey, we know what this is.
Call
Nothing
me
to do
Friar
with it.
Tuck, cause I'm a missionary. Let's go.
Yeah, that's what I say. And then she goes, you're Jewish. Number 5. Number 5.
You call it synagogue position? Is that what it's called if you're a Jew?
That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's
called rabbi
yeah,
position.
synagogue.
Anyway,
Synagogue
go ahead.
position is you turn off every light but one. You call that the eternal light, and it's beautiful. It's a really beautiful way to do it.
It lasts for 8 days. Okay.
Top 5.
Number 5 on my ice cream flavors. Number 5, we're looking at the s'mores flavor. That's my most fun one. But
Did
I do
you say
think that
s'mores?
yeah, s'mores flavor. It's a classic.
S'mores?
Yeah, we pronounce it s'mores,
S'mores.
but he's some mores. He's doing the whole thing. It's the whole.
Is
Is
a
that from
thing
Whole
you do?
Foods? Wait,
Is that
maybe
wrong? Is that bad
maybe
if
the
I
generic
say-
ice cream is s'mores, but the fancy one you get at Whole Foods is s'mores.
Well, this is upsetting. I mean, as someone who has, as somebody who speaks for money,
By the way,
have I been saying that word
if
wrong my entire
Rachel
life?
is having a problem with your pronunciation, Danny, you are fucking some shit up. That's all I'm saying. Rachel's like,
Yeah.
what did you just say, you moron?
it flows. It's s'mores. It's supposed to s'mores.
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 S'mores. S'mores.
S'mores.
My next is Vanilla. I like Vanilla. I like Vanilla is my second favorite ice cream.
Isn't it? All right.
Chocolat. I like chocolat.
All right, s'mores or whatever, however you say it. S'mores flavor.
Rachel liked chocolat a lot.
I was just surprised to hear the confession from you.
I was saying chocolate weird.
I know. Sorry, Danny.
I don't like being choked. That's not my thing. All right, Danny, top 5 ice creams. Oh, no, sorry. We got some mores already. Oh, there's some more on your list you like?
There are. I don't like choking either. Hate doing it. One of my least favorite things.
I don't,
Really
man. I don't like to
scares me.
strangle anybody, man. I want to
It's not
stroke
fun.
your face
It's
until
not
you're
fun.
pretty. I don't need that at all. No.
No, and you can't guess at it. Number 4. Number 4, you want to go with number 4 is classic vanilla.
Okay.
Vanilla is always good to go. Got to make the list.
Got
And as someone who is not a fan of chocolate, vanilla is holding up a big category. Number 3, cookies and cream.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Give you that one. From the
Always a
Swans, man,
delight.
back in the day. Did you ever the Swans, man, when you were a kid? Did you guys
No,
ever
what's
have
that?
that?
I have
It
no
was like
clue
a
what that is.
refrigerated. It was like the ice cream truck, but on steroids. It would like come and sell you like bulk ice cream to your house. It was really cool.
Oh, that's interesting. No, we I lived in Virginia,
Like a
in
refrigerated
little,
truck would
very
just show up and sell
suburban, dare I say, rural area. So I did not. Nobody ever came to our house with ice cream. Number 2, we're looking at peanut butter cup / peanut butter in general. But if you throw in the cup in there, you know, a little bit of the action. Sometimes they get a little
Sure,
bit of
yeah.
something extra in there. Peanut butter, though, phenomenal translation into ice cream. One of our best seamless transitions since Justin Timberlake to movies. Peanut butter into ice cream. And then number 1, I believe the all-time great. Don't see how anybody could argue with it. Chocolate chip cookie dough. You put in the cookie dough into the ice cream. Can't love it enough. I love it.
I like 2 that are your random Ben and Jerry's flavors. Sorry, Danny. You did.
I knew it. Well,
You
I
knew
know
it.
I
You
knew
were
it was
calling it
gonna
out.
happen.
I liked all the ones you said, but my favorite ice cream of all time is Americone Dream from Ben and Jerry's, which is the American cone with like the nuts and the chocolate and the ice cream and it's in a cone.
That's
and
Colbert's,
you just
isn't
squish
it?
it all up and put it in a thing. That's awesome. And then I also like the strawberry Pop-Tart Ben and Jerry ice cream is very good if you haven't tried that.
Mint chocolate chip. Number 1.
No, not a fan. Not a fan.
Yeah.
Not a
Wendy
fan
and
of
I are
mint.
the same person, apparently. Backgammon and mint chocolate chip. Heaven.
All right.
Guess,
I like
yeah,
the
no.
mint chip's okay. I like mint. I'm okay with mint chip, but I'm more Americone.
Mint is for Russian. That's what I say. It's one of my oldest phrases. Everybody says that. about me.
Nice. Not a big fan of Ruppelmans shots either. You're not doing a bunch of Ruppelmans shots there, Danny.
Oh, what's that mean?
That's the tastes like you're brushing your teeth. It's like peppermint flavored
Oh,
liquor.
Billy Thompson said he's a fan of Ben Gleib, so his favorite flavor is half baked.
Goes to all baked.
it's a great joke. That's
like
a
that.
great joke.
So we had a couple things come in.
Oh God.
We had Anna Hood said, I couldn't be in the VR far today, but I still love you all. Thanks, Anna.
Nice.
Thank you.
Thanks,
and
Anna.
then Dana, top
Dana?
tipper, very likely, probably 99.99999% to get the Bert and Ernie puppets that she is then giving away to someone in the YouTube chat because she sent $500.
Let's go.
There it is.
We're close. We haven't
close,
broken the record, but
baby.
we're getting there. Let's go.
Oh, I think she's going to be disappointed because she's like, I think this will make Danny happy.
I think it'll make Danny happy. You've made me nothing but happy.
Nice.
What was the
There
name
it
again?
is.
It's for Dana, so Bunster, and then she said to give it away to someone in the YouTube chat. So
Oh, all right. So it
Dana.
goes to Bert and Ernie's. We'll pick a winner here at the end. We'll pick a winner.
Write it down.
All right.
you're
So
the
we got
best.
ice creams. We got. What else we got? We got more
No,
stuff.
I was gonna say let's do one more top 5, and then we'll get to the game.
Sounds perfect. I like it. All right. We got 2 left. Pick your favorite one there, Danny.
Well, the 2 you gave me. Am I allowed to say the 2 choices?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. I just don't know the rules. The
There are no
choices you
rules.
gave me-
We're making it all up as we go. We don't know
Okay.
what's happening yet. Eventually, this will be a
choices-
rule. We'll be like, no, you have to say both because Danny did once, and that becomes the rule. It's like law. It's precedence, man. You're setting the
I will
precedent.
say
Whatever
this,
you decide
every-
is how we do this from now on.
I've complained about this multiple times. Every time I come on Social Distance Social Club, I'm it's probably been like a month, let's say, and everything has changed. And there's 10,000 new inside jokes, and everybody's like, "We always yell banana at the beginning, Danny," and I feel and I never know what you guys are doing. So I just want to reiterate, I have no clue. So I don't
All
know
right.
what.
So what are the
rules
two? What are the 2 we gave you?
So the 2 were either favorite places you traveled to or worst ways to die. I felt worst ways to die. I took very seriously, had a real existential crisis downstairs. So we're actually going to go with, I got way too heavy. So we're going to go with favorite places I've traveled.
Can you give us your number 1 worst place to die? Just
Worst way to die.
worst way to die. Shoot to the top. Oh, to hear it.
Yeah. All I wrote is alone.
Oh my heart!
Wow.
As I said, it wasn't fun. So then,
I was gonna say drowning.
Alone. I was gonna say falling out of a Ferris wheel, but alone is the word. Okay.
What about alone and widowed? That's
I just was thinking about it. I was like, well, it'd be a bummer, just to be like,
Well, we all die alone at some point. I mean,
no,
if you die with other people, you probably have done something terrible.
no, you could die on a bed, people around. I'm gonna die. I love you. It's like a classic.
Okay. I'm saying
A
the people
lot
that
of
died on
people
9/11 all died together. I don't know if that's better
Most
or worse.
people die alone, though.
That's my point. So if
Yeah.
you die with
No.
other people, there's usually a tragedy involved. There was a big car
I
wreck
disagree.
or a plane crash.
Most people
Every
die.
single person I know that has died alone.
Unless they
No.
were in an accident or,
I disagree.
I've
All
known
my-
2 murder-suicides. Is that better than alone? I don't know.
Okay. All right. So then, and this is why I didn't want to do this category.
Good choice, by the way. We appreciate you. You did the right. We should not have talked about this at all. Let's move to the
I
other
was
way.
like downstairs. I was like, can't be.
I thought it was
a
going to be
good
some
category.
funny, hilarious ran over by a wagon or something, and you
I
went
thought about that
alone
too,
and
but I was
just
like,
really
if we're-
made all of us think about our own mortality. I get
But
why
this
you didn't
is-
want to do the list.
If what we're doing is, if what we're going to do is worst ways to die, then it has to be worst ways to die. Not stupid. If you had said stupidest ways to die, I'd agree. This is how I end up with dumb
Next-
ways to die. That's how
next-
I ended up at that video I'd never seen before.
Next time I do this, I will call it stupid ways to die, not worst
There you
ways
go.
to die. Because
Okay.
you did nail it. Alone is the worst way to die.
I think it's very good.
Other
I
than
think
with
I'm
your
right.
children, which seems terrible too. You don't
All
want
right.
to die
So
with
my
your-
rules for favorite places I've.
you don't want to
favorite
die alone if
places-
your kids were also going to die. You'd want them to get out of the thing and you die. But that's neat. I'm sorry, I'm arguing. Okay, go ahead, Danny. What's your top 5
No,
places you
I-
visit?
listen, hey, you educate me, I educate you. We grow. So then, So this is favorite places I've been to. I'm assuming any place I've lived, I took off the list.
Sure.
I
Yep.
said that was not allowed.
That's not a been
These
to.
are
That's
only-
yeah.
Yeah, so I felt it had to be places I've visited only.
Yep.
Number 5, the great city of Chicago. Never gotten to live there. Absolutely love it every time I'm there. Dynamite city.
My least favorite
Dynamite
place
city.
on the planet is Chicago, Illinois. I hate Chicago, Illinois with a passion. Anyway, keep going.
Why?
But it hates me too. It rains every time I'm there. Like me and Chicago do not get along. It's not.
Oh, I
all my
love
fault.
Chicago. Some of
hates
the
me.
best audiences I've ever had have been in Chicago. Love that city. Great wrestling town. Love it.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, Montreal. Love Montreal. Every time I go
Fair.
there, minus the amount of French, absolutely adore the city. It's really my only criticism. Just how French they are.
You're talking about
Other than
the
that, though-
speaking, not the kissing, right? You're talking about they speak French too much there.
and the kissing I'm all for. But no, like every sign's in French. Like it's wild. They really commit to French in a way you don't expect.
Well, as a guy who gives up immediately, you would like the French, I would imagine. But didn't we already establish that? You just immediately bail on things.
How dare you? But yes, it is related. I remember at some point in history class being like, I get it. I get what they were doing. They were like, this isn't gonna this is a world war and we're the first place they're coming to. Like, we're gonna just kind of let this.
Yeah, they
play
got all their
out.
starters in. We should sit out. You know, they're gonna.
Yeah, what are we doing?
Let them tire
I
themselves
think
out a little. Like France was like rope-a-doping them a little bit. Like, let's just let them.
I like how
tire
people were
themselves
like,
out.
what are they doing? You're like, oh yeah, sorry we didn't sacrifice 100,000 human lives so that it would take them 5 minutes longer to get through us.
You know, that's how I felt about the Dothraki in A Game of Thrones. Like, they spent all this time getting those motherfuckers on horses there. They ran into the darkness for 6 minutes, all died. I'm like, what the fuck do we do any of this for? They should have just stayed home and been Dothrakis. You know what I mean?
I hear you. I mean, listen, the amount
Anyway.
of time that I watched Game of Thrones where I was like, if you guys could all just live in your giant castles, why don't you just do that?
I never said that part.
Danny,
Yeah.
please go ahead.
For some reason, they wouldn't hire me as a writer off that suggestion. Number 3.
I think they should just live in their castles and be happy. Couldn't we do stories about that?
Yeah, just they wake up and they're like, it's beautiful out.
What was it just called Appreciating Your Throne? What if that was the name of
Yeah.
the show? Instead of like trying to get all of them, you just appreciated your own shit. That'd be fun.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Number 3. This is gonna be controversial, but I think it's partially due to I love gambling, and 2, I love sports. Vegas. I have a great time in Vegas. I'm one of those people. I have a good time in Vegas. I like doing shows there. I enjoy it, and they just put you in like a nice casino, and you have a good time. I love it. Number
I
2.
love Vegas because it's so easy to poop. It's the easiest place to poop on the planet. Because every hotel has really nice bathrooms everywhere.
I weirdly do know what you're saying.
If you go anywhere else to party, whether you're at a music festival or you're at New Orleans, it's a fucking huge hassle to have to go to the bathroom. In Vegas, it's like everywhere is perfectly and clean. It's perfect. It's awesome.
Chris, when you said it, I was like, and then, but in the time it took me to get ready to roll my eyes at you saying that, I was like, fully get what he's saying. I was like, really do get it. So no, you won me over. I agree, 100%. You're dead on. It's just a city that's, I mean, yeah, casinos are fun, and I refuse to hear otherwise. Number 2, Utah. Utah, the state, is gorgeous, and nobody talks about it. It is such a gorgeous state. When we drove across the country twice last year,
Sure.
and Utah was absolutely the winner of just like, this state is gorgeous and just lovely. Love
Utah's
the
kind of
state
like if you know a hot man or woman, but you just wish they wouldn't talk. Is that what you're talking? I think that's kind of what.
Yeah,
Utah is,
kinda.
if I'm being honest. Like they're attractive, but you don't want to listen to what they have to say. That's bad.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I don't know about Utah. I'm sure they're fine. I'm sure they're beautiful.
I mean,
people.
no, I mean, well, we all know. I mean, Utah is famous for a group, and they can be a little aggressive, but they also are beautiful. It's a beautiful place. It's beautiful people. I mean, it's just a beautiful place. I really like Utah. Sorry to say it.
Hey, I'm not anti-Utah. It's, you know.
Number 1.
I mean, don't talk
in
on
my life.
don't be excited to talk on your cell phone there because there's no cell service anywhere. But you know.
This is the longest top 5 we've ever done.
Well, it's only the second one we've ever done. So yeah.
And
This is the
that's all
first.
cri- and I think we all can. We all
It's gonna
can
take
agree
longer.
that-
This is the kind of the point. Last week it
Sure,
took
and
8 minutes. It wasn't long, so I'm like, let's have him prepare, and maybe it'll take 15 minutes, and it'll be the length. So I think we're Dead on is
Sure,
exactly what's about to happen. But anyway,
Well, and I think
number
everybody
one.
felt as if Rachel was wrapping me up, and that felt cruel. Number one, we all can agree that was harsh. I felt like I was adding some character and color to it.
I think we're having a good conversation, Rachel.
I think
But
we're having a
anyway,
great conversation. but
number
yeah,
one, Daddy. Number
oh,
one.
so number one is Switzerland.
Oh yeah. Good one.
Nice.
Beautiful place.
Mm-hmm.
Every other, a lot of my international travels have not been wonderful. Switzerland was the one that I was like, oh, I get it. Beautiful. Love Switzerland.
Right. You
Big
got places you. What are your couple?
Indonesia, Philippines, Malaysia, London, the Highlands in Scotland.
God, that was a braggy
Wow.
one. Jesus Christ. That's why she didn't like this
Jesus.
topic, Danny. We've only been to lame places. She's like, well, I've been to space. Like, fuck, I was in Key West. I liked that, I guess. I've been to Epcot. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
She's like,
every place I've been international, I haven't loved. I haven't really loved my international travels so far in my life.
Yeah.
Maybe because I've never gone like with money, but like
that's part of it.
part of it.
Or like
And
in
then
Vegas, more money with way more with money. Vegas is more fun.
I backpacked, and so I lived in these places for like, not lived, but traveled for like $30 a day. That's
wow,
not much, yeah. You can do
that's
it.
wild. Yeah, I'm not a backpacker. It might stun you to find out.
I should have had. I should. Yeah, me either. I didn't. Look, I'm not kidding, Danny. Last show, I did not know what REI was for real. I did not know what it was. Like I drove by one in Santa Monica. I'm like, oh, that's that. And I went to see what it was, and all the windows were boarded up. I still don't know what the fuck it is. Anyway, I should have gone before you, Rach, because yours are so cool. Mine are Omaha, Nebraska, Columbus, Ohio, and Key West are my favorite places that I visited. But it's just
West.
oh, dude, if you haven't been to Key West, it's fucking. I'd never been there till last month, and it's like no one gives a fuck about it anyway. If I ever get canceled, that's where I'm moving. I'm just going to Key West where no one gives a shit about anything, and I'm just gonna live down there and drink on Duval Street and hang out. There's no beach. It's the only place in Florida with no beach, so you don't have to go to the fucking beach. It's all about drinking and having a good time. It's not like sitting on the. You don't wake up at 6 a.m. to go sit in the fucking sun like everybody does on vacation. You just drink all night and wake up at 2. It's awesome. My favorite place ever.
All right. Respect.
All right, I think catch us up on before we go to
last one, Tam said, Danny, you're a damn good sport. Thanks for putting up with all the nonsense.
Oh, you guys are the best.
Yeah. No, I will say this, Dan. I like the way. I think we like how each other's brains work, and we kind of like spar back and forth. Like, oh yeah, because we like think
I
about
agree.
weird things in a weird way, and we like taking different angles on stuff. And like one thing I like about your jokes is so many times you say a joke, I'm like, oh, he's fucking definitely right, and I'd never thought about it that direction. So
I try to always, no matter what somebody says to me, I try to always take it. Particularly, I think because you think different than most. I think I always try to take everything in. I try to always both like in a comedy way and then also like in a life political anything way of like I always want to at least like take a second to be like no judgment. What do I think? And a lot of times you say things where I'm like no judgment. That's actually an interesting point.
and you do the same thing to me, man. When I listen to your bits, I'm like, I listen to your comedy. I'm like, fuck, he's not like that. About the porn being diverse 15 years ago. I mean, all that stuff. I mean, it's just stuff that you don't think about. But you're like, fuck, he's right, Jesus. So, anywho, cool. Well, I think it's time for the game.
So the game today is Jolly Joy a Band. If you're in our front row, please raise those virtual hands, and I'll get to you. Here's a couple unpaid entries that I liked. Marielle had Bon Jovial.
I like that one.
And then Amina said she's going with my version of joy, what she enjoys. Instead of Genesis, penises. Like that
I like that one a lot.
one.
That was unpaid? Okay.
Yep, so let's see who is up first. Rebecca.
Rebecca!
So, I have the Jolly Tots.
Jolly Tots?
Yeah, instead of the Dolly Rots.
Okay, there you go.
Oh,
Nice.
I like that.
And you, me, blowing bubbles at 6.
Want to hear a dirty joke? Or
No.
want to hear a clean joke? Boy Boo Bubbles. Want to hear a dirty joke? Bubbles was a girl. Okay, anyway. All right.
I remember that joke.
Damn, I'm so sorry you're on screen for that.
You're muted. There we go.
Is it my turn?
Yep.
Okay, instead of 5-finger death punch, it's 5-finger high five.
Ah, nice. Nice. Tina.
I have got maroon 5 o'clock drinks
Nice.
and 9-inch penis.
That would be jolly. I'm assuming that would be jolly.
Brad.
Okay. So when I hear jolly, I just think about Santa Claus. I don't know why that word.
Sure. Yeah. Well, yeah.
So I got Ho Ho Hall & Oates. And Here Comes Santana Claus.
Mike and Lindsay.
Okay. So I had one kind of similar to Tam's, but I had Five Finger Delight Romp.
Okay.
And then I had Glee Against the Machine.
Nice
Oh,
one.
love that.
Lindsay, do you have any?
Nope.
Okay. Wendy.
I have Buddy Holly Jolly Christmas. And instead of all time low, all time high.
Love that.
That works. Who's next? Oh, those are all the hands.
All right.
So, anybody else in the front row want to do some? Okay, so here are the rest of the entries. We had Greg Burns Jackson, the Cheeky Monkeys.
I like that one.
Jack had Beers for Years instead of Tears for Fears. Cassie, 9 Inches Nailed. Abby, Tom Petty and the Heartwarming Wedding Vows. And then she also had Nirvana, which,
nice.
of course. Anna D had Gratefully Not Dead.
Nice.
Anna D also had These Make the Boys Jolly, Boobs, Sweets, and Beers. And girls. Sometimes.
There you go.
Anna Hood, Woohoo, Bastank.
That one.
Flonk Sauce Dragon, Red Hot Silly Peppers.
Like that one.
Flonk Sauce Dragon, Tickled Pink Floyd. Amina, the Woohoo.
The woo-hoo, I like.
Amina also had Elton's John.
This is a good one. I feel like everybody's doing really good.
She also had Abba Cadabra.
There you go.
And let me just make sure, but that might be it. That's it.
All right. Wow, I really liked it. I liked Beers for Fears from Jack. I liked Buddy Holly Jolly Christmas. I like Brad's Here Comes Santana Claus. I like 9-Inch Penis from Tina. But I got to give it to Woohoo Bastank. I loved Woohoo Bastank from Anna. That was my vote. Danny, what was your favorite?
9-inch penis. Absolutely. Just,
But that would make me jolly as well, Danny. That would make me jolly as well.
Fine. Well done.
Molly, do you have a vote?
We can't hear you.
I don't have to. If
Sorry,
you don't have...
can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, I really liked Beers for Years. I like Red Hot Silly Peppers, but Abacadabra is my winner.
All right.
Okay.
Great.
Okay.
It's up to you.
Loved 9-Inch Penis, Santana Claus, Buddy Holly. Beers for Years was great. Gratefully Not Dead. But I'm going to give it to Woohoo Bustang.
Boom.
So congratulations, Anna Hood. You are the winner of SCSC today. Collect your prize.
Congratulations, Anna.
Are we doing a Night King?
Oh, I've got a couple game entries. Do you?
Oh, yeah, game entries. Do you have any game entries, Danny?
That's right. I mean, the all-time great singer, Jolly Parton. And then, and while we're here, the classic boy band, the Backstreet Joys. Thank you so much for your time.
Hi. Okay,
Amina had a late entry. Scooby Dooby Brothers.
I love that.
So mine were Newfound Glory Hole. ZZ Topless.
Ooh, I like that one.
And then this one's real dumb, but Brooks and Dundun. SVU makes people happy, right? No.
That's literally
Not
the
the
noise.
people that
That's
done
literally the
score.
noise that they make after someone is murdered. But
Yeah, the
in a
dun means
sense-
you're dead or really hurt. So, but
famously a murder sound.
but the guy that finds them in the parking garage is usually pretty happy after they
That's
are
true.
dead. You know,
It's usually
Night-
traumatizing. Then they go. Then the next scene, it's him, and he's like, "I don't even know. I was just walking." You do that whole thing. I've auditioned for that role. Never booked it. Thank you so much.
The Night King game will be Jolly a song, like more joy to the world. How's that?
oh, so jolly a song. So make
Jolly
it
a
like a
song.
song more. Yeah, okay, all right. So like, I'm not a creep.
That's a good one. That was such a good one. I have something for you.
Oh God. I didn't like
Is
the
this a new
quinceanera.
fruit?
What's next? All right, there's something else she's getting me
Yeah.
that.
All right, guys. So, because I haven't been back here since we did the carrots and baby food, what I've decided to do is Happy Thanksgiving, Bowers. It's turkey dinner, turkey and sweet potato.
Oh,
Oh, God.
oh my God.
So this is a turkey dinner for you.
Liquid.
I feel like that's gonna be
The
good.
second one, then I'm gonna try some too. No, no.
Ugh.
You're not gonna spit it on yourself, are you?
No, I probably won't spit this on myself. It's turkey, not fruits.
It's turkey and sweet potatoes. So cheers, Bow Wow. Thanks for having me back.
Think babies cry so much because their food sucks. Like I really think that the little kids don't sleep well because their beds are terrible. You ever lay on a little kid's bed? It's like a piece of fucking plywood. We have like these Serta perfect pillow top mattresses, and we make our 4-year-old lay on a piece of plywood. And I wonder he wouldn't sleep through the night. It's because his bed fucking sucks. Get him a real bed, he'll sleep. Is my theory. I don't
So
know.
gross.
That was real bad. I didn't
Now,
like that at all.
Did it taste like turkey and sweet potato?
No, it did not. It tasted like baby food. It tastes like it tastes just like the carrots I had when I had the carrot baby thing.
Sadness.
It just it tastes like sadness and just. Again, I think that's why babies cry a lot. Fuck.
Yeah.
Danny, where can we find you or follow you around, man? Let's do some plugs. Let's do that.
Well, for the love of all that's holy, follow me on social media. Because my industry is dying and it's the only way to save us. What a mug.
Are you registered
then-
anywhere? Can we buy you wedding presents? Are you registered somewhere?
Oh yeah.
Oh. I have no, I'm sure we are, but I don't think that's a thing that no, don't do that. Instead, just follow me on social media. And
They do this.
His face is like,
seriously. They've
I
done
was like, wait a second. I was like,
We've had
no,
baby
don't-
shower people. Yeah.
Wait, when are you getting married?
June 18th.
Oh, okay. So we've got some time. Next time you're on, be prepared with a link.
So
And
you're
then-
registered, yeah.
Yes.
People will buy you stuff.
I will say this, and I say this at everything. The best thing you can do for me is just share my special. That is always the nicest thing you can do. I'm very proud of that special. Any sharing of it is always so helpful and so appreciated, and it really helps. And then yeah, that's it. And then just follow me on social media to see all the other stuff I'm up to. And I'm traveling around and just doing shows. And I think in January going to film a cool little stand-up thing. So I would, if you live in LA, come January, I'm going to need a lot of people in one space. And then I will say, just like I say every time I do this show, stand-up comedy is like hockey. It is fun to watch on TV, but it is better live. For the love of God, go see live stand-up comedy wherever you are. Just go see it. Don't worry about who you're seeing. Just go see live stand-up comedy. Thank you so much.
All right. Well, thank you, Danny. As for you can find me at Bowers Comedy as always. If you want to see my social media stuff, just join Patreon. All my social media stuff. I do show posts and stuff for like stuff coming up, but all my fun social media jokes and videos and fun stuff is on my Patreon at patreon.com/Bowers Comedy. Ben's not here, so I can say backslash, so I'll say backslash. Also, Origin Stories. This is on every Wednesday at 5 o'clock. We will have Greg Proops this week, next week, and the week after, or not at all. He's the Matt Damon of our show. We schedule every week, and he doesn't show up. So we'll have somebody next week for Origin Stories, and check that out.
Danny, they're asking, where do they find your special? What platform is it on?
That's a
YouTube,
great
right?
question. You can find it on YouTube. It is free and easy to watch. Just go to YouTube, and it's called 6 Parts, and I'm incredibly proud of it.
Awesome.
Very
I
cool.
Found it. So I'll be putting the link in the YouTube chat for everybody asking.
Very
cool.
Thank you.
And then, am I allowed to open this, Bauer? Steph has been yelling at me to eat it.
Yeah, go for it. You can eat those.
Okay. So
Do you want those are the veggie shapes, or do you want the which ones do you want? Those
she said Vegemite.
Those are they're all Vegemite. These are Hawaiian pizza, or those are Vegemite.
No,
oh, take
no.
oh.
There's only one Vegemite.
Oh,
so they're called shapes.
Oh, I thought
then
they were
this
all
is the
Vegemite
flavor.
shapes. I thought these were all Vegemite shapes, and this
No.
was just the pizza ones. Oh.
What's happening?
Wait,
Ever
yeah,
had
what
Vegemite,
I
Danny? It's straight trash. It's
I liked them.
Vegemite.
They're crackers. I like anything on a
screen?
cracker, man. Anything on a cracker.
You are officially weird, Bowers. You've just gone to a different level.
There's something about the accent too while saying that is just really does a lot for me.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually,
Is it different?
See? They're not bad. They have a nice little aftertaste. I don't mind them.
it's like an overwhelming Cheez-It.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's like if a Cheez-It lived in a place that was full of fucking kangaroos and koala bears and shit. Like it'd be more intense.
Wow.
The first
Doesn't
lick
act-
is terrible, but go ahead, Steph.
Doesn't actually taste like the real Vegemite, does it, Rachel?
No, not at all.
No, it's
at
not.
all.
It's bad. It's a
Yeah.
cracker. Yeah.
Not at all.
And the first lick's
Yeah.
usually pretty bad. And once you get through the first lick, you're okay. I'm almost anything, if I'm being honest. All right.
Front row. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Very good, Bowers.
Time, haven't we? We've had a time.
Look, I don't care if you guys think I'm funny. I think I'm very funny. We're having a good time. Thank you, Front Row. We'll see you Wednesday with Jody Sweeten again. It's gonna be very exciting. Danny,
Danny,
thank
thanks
you
so
for so
much.
much for being here and being our guest host. You were awesome. We appreciate that. No, it's
My
yeah, you can't
absolute
break your
pleasure.
teeth. Do
Thank
not
you
break
so
your
much for
teeth
having me.
eating the quinceañeras. That's
I know
fine.
it's brutal to watch.
I love you all.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.